All right, everybody, good morning and good afternoon to many of you. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. It's Danielle Rapolo here with your Spot Performance team, looking to give you a little bit of motivation to get your day going. Hopefully, you are all on track and you're all following the birthday campaigns. It's been so beneficial for so many of you. Super excited to see just how many of you have been actually taking advantage of that and seeing so much membership cash coming through. So we're excited to see how many of you are actually going to be buying those back. But I see that I was looking at the numbers this morning on Spa Central. Hopefully you guys do the same thing. That could be something that could sort of kickstart your morning or week or afternoon. I guess you can say is to sort of see where your spa falls with rankings on Spa Central and see exactly how far away you are to goal, and if there's any kind of friendly competition between you and any other spas that you usually like to monitor or you like to typically compete with. That always used to be something that would get me motivated as well. So welcome back from the weekend, but it's time to shake it off, you guys, and to sort of get this going, to get you guys motivated. Let's take a look at where we're at month to date, because we are a little bit less than 2 weeks out to an entirely new month already. So get your team motivated, get yourselves motivated first and foremost. We can either start a new struggle or we can actually control this from the get-go. So let's make it a strong week. Let's make it the opposite. Let's be the leaders that we all know that we can be, right? We just need to get there. We just need to get pumped. We need to be self-motivated ourselves. So just taking a glimpse, a snapshot view of this week specifically, your product of the week is going to be the Indulge. Make sure you post that everywhere. Post it around the spa, spotlight it, put it up at the front, the table, your coffee table, end tables, whatever the case might be. I don't know if you guys remember the Detox Rocks campaign, or if you remember a few campaigns back when we actually had recipe cards on things that you can use Indulge with whenever you are looking to tackle that sweet tooth, but you are on a weight management program. That's something you can consider as well. Post that to your members, to your followers on your Facebook page. That could be something helpful that will help boost the sales of Indulge itself. There is a huge demand right now for the anything weight management industry. So with that being said, that's something to pay attention to and for us to jump on the bandwagon, mainly because everybody's trying to get in shape for the summer, or to look good for a specific event or trip that they're gearing up for, right? It's that busy season. So let's jump on the bandwagon here and move some of this Indulge off those shelves that have probably been collecting dust that you really don't sell too much of. We also want to prepare for tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow at 10:30 is when we should be blasting everybody out just about the specific campaigns that we have going on, maybe about the Indulge. Maybe you want to do something with your quarter two campaign with the Indulge, because that is already a sale over $50. So that could actually help you in pushing your quarter two campaign. Today's specific image that you may or may not have seen from the Planet Beach corporate Facebook page, as you see here, that is available. Go to our main page and you can go and save that image. Everybody wants to be a diamond, but very few are willing to get cut. Please be sure that you go and save that image and post it in a separate post. You definitely don't want to share the one if we put it on the Facebook group page. You don't want your members seeing us talk about how it'll generate, engagement with your members to increase sales. So just want to pay close attention to that, because we did have a couple of you out there who actually did share stuff like that, that we don't want our members and your followers to see, about how it's a tactic to get you engaged or to get them engaged and to get them spending money. So everywhere today, post this. It's always good to provide that type of engagement, and it's always so flattering and it's endearing whenever we go back and see that our actual members, customers, followers for our social media sites share these types of motivational images, because that is huge for our brand awareness in our specific areas. So make sure that you guys tackle that today as well. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because you already know what your campaigns are. So just don't forget that we just mentioned how we can incorporate that with our Indulge sales. So please, please, please be sure that we are taking advantage of that along with our product of the week. huge opportunity here in case you guys didn't notice, in case you didn't get an email. If you're a location that has hydro massage, you did not see this email, maybe you aren't the franchisee, you're a spa director, but if you have hydro massage, they're doing a huge campaign for tax week, to everybody, to all consumers. Something that they've been doing as part of tax day and stress reduction. They were featured on Fox News and on the plaza. They actually had some of their massage beds, along with Planet Fitness, so they've jumped on this bandwagon. However, they've been broadcasting all weekend demonstrating the benefits of hydro massage on Fox News, out there live. So if you're looking at the webinar, which I really do hope, that's one of the reasons why we did make this visual too. You may not be able to see this, well, you definitely can't see this if you just called in, but basically what it is they're pleased to announce, I'm going to read the email to you guys, they're pleased to announce that they're launching their annual free hydro massages for tax week campaign, and it's launching today through April 22nd. Over the past several years, they've been getting so many requests for free massages. So if you would like, we're going to go ahead and post this recap to Orion and probably send it out, post it to all the platforms as well, and send it out via email. So be on the lookout for that. We will provide you, if you would like, if you are a hydro massage location and you have that service offered there, you can actually click to be listed on their website for when people search on their website where they can go to get these free hydro massages. And there's a link there for you to request that to be listed on their website. So that link will be available for you when this recap goes out. But basically what you're trying to do, why they do the promotion is each year they do this as a thank you to their customers specifically, with the primary purpose of driving in future guest traffic into your business. It's kind of like a guest pass, just geared around and using tax day and tax week, using that as a reason to drive in some more people coming in to use this service for free. What you should do when somebody calls in is follow the same process and protocol, right? You want to get their name, phone number, and email address. If they hear about this campaign, make sure that you get their information. Don't just say, yeah, we're open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Get a name, get a number, and make sure you have a way to contact them. Book an appointment over the phone with them so that you can make sure to tell them that's not just going to be offered to them. They could bring 2 to 3, as many friends as they'd like. So duplicate your efforts, but take advantage of this. If you want to get the details to this and all the links and you want more information, again, it'll be posted to all Planet Beach platforms and sent out via email for you guys to take advantage of that. Today is the last day to be able to file those taxes. So what does that mean for you guys? We've been talking about it for the last month and a half or so to 2 months. So if you are in a strip mall that is either there's like an H&R Block or a tax refund place within that strip mall or in your area, your community, do some type of Hail Mary situation where, everybody's going to be flooding in there that waited last minute to file, who isn't doing it online. So go in there, offer, gift certificates or a free month to everybody working in there. If you could sit in there for like 2 to 3 hours and raffle something off and get those people that are coming in and out of there today, because today is that last day. We talked about Indulge being the product of the week. Remember, that doesn't mean go straight to discounting it. A few other things that you can remember along with your Q2 campaign of your $10 rewards voucher that you receive are offer them $5 spa bucks with every single purchase. Give them an expiration. Each product of the week purchase gets an entry to win a drawing for a prize, a free gift, or a product sample with each featured product purchase. Just to name a couple of things. So remember to follow that whole process to be helpful in aiding for you to be able to get that Indulge and move those off of your shelves finally. Now for the meat and potatoes, right? So here's your management reminders for this week. Cancellations. It's important that we pay attention to this, you guys. Pull up your member follow-up on Spa Intel, select the cancellation queue, and see who has their last service use date for each individual person that's showing up in that queue. When is the end of April last service date users? We want to reach out and contact them because we're not going to be collecting any dues from them come May 1. So that's going to be huge for our actual showing of an EFT increase next month. You don't want all that hard work that you guys have been doing to drive in those new members to go to waste because you have more cancellations than you do new members. So keep that in the back of your mind, and try to do that today if possible. It's time to start focusing on buying back, you guys. So what does that mean? It's time to start getting those $20 customers that paid for the 20 days of spa services. We need to pay attention for the purpose of, we don't have a prayer in actual showing an increase next month, right? Because we do have, for some reason, a crazy amount of cancellations, or maybe we didn't do as well as we'd hoped for April and getting new memberships, but we did pretty okay with membership cash from getting the $20 from everybody. It's time to start shifting that focus. So what does that mean? You want to start having those conversations and be reactive. It's huge that you guys are paying attention to how frequently these people are coming in. What services are they using the most of that they're addicted to? Dig in their retail and service history. By finding that out, you can dig in the retail and service history, and use that as your ammunition when you move in for that conversation. And just sort of say, listen, I know you've been loving using this service specific, whatever, hydration station, or I know how much you've been loving using this massage chair in the facial, or whatever the case might be. I have a great opportunity for you right now where we can get you set up to use this as often as you want. And it would be $0 down, because I'm going to buy back what you already spent. Even though you used some of these services and some of these days already, it'll be on me. Don't even worry about it. I want to hook you up, girl, because you look amazing. We don't want to lose you. Your 20 days are almost up, and I have an opportunity for you to get a special rate each month on our Easy Pay program, where, look, you don't use it, we can freeze it for you. This is giftable. So where the prices always fluctuate, these prices can go up. This is a valued membership at $79 a month. You can get it for $59. Right now. I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity. I don't want a chance you getting upset at me for not telling you about this. Let me go ahead and get you set up right now. And then get the add-on. Get them to add somebody on. That'll actually duplicate your efforts. So that's something to pay attention to. Also, we have Mother's Day coming up, you guys. Now, look forward to seeing in the next couple of days some specific artwork for this. But if you guys are looking for a game plan today, tomorrow, the next day, 20 days for $20 is still useful for this, to drive in. To drive in cash for so many purposes right now more than ever. So Mother's Day is May 8th. Right? Well, again, we will have artwork coming at you in the next couple of days, but this is something to give you immediate tips and ideas for the second you hang up from this call, or you're trying to get some sales driven in today and tomorrow and the next day, however long it takes to actually get a Mother's Day campaign out to you guys. But to keep that in the back of your mind, again, I'm going to tie this into when I was, in the stores a couple of weeks ago, people were buying this up for their mothers, and this is what gave me the idea to share it with all of you. Their mothers, their mother-in-laws, their godmothers. Make sure that whenever you are pushing this, whatever you're doing and however you're going out there to drive that awareness, you're talking about Mother's Day and saying, most people use feel, felt, found. You guys have gotten that training before. Most of our customers have felt that this was a great opportunity for them to take, and they've been snatching up 3 and 4 of them for stepmoms, their regular moms, their mother-in-laws, their godmothers, everybody under the sun, you name it, their kids' godmothers. So, people have been snatching up 4 and 5 of these for different people. So how many would you like to get today? Don't ask if they want to get more than one. How many would you like to purchase of the 20 days for $20? That should assist you use Mother's Day and as some of your ammunition to be able to drive in those sales. So you guys need to get some tips for today, for tomorrow, for the next week or so. Here they are to drive in some guest traffic. To tie into what we just now discussed, target the places that are doing Mother's Day promotions and where people shop for Mother's Day gifts, or places or areas where people are at that need to buy gifts for mothers, mother-in-laws, godmothers, etc. What does that mean? Restaurants. I know a lot of restaurants in New Orleans specifically will have specific brunches that they will host on Mother's Day only, that they don't typically do brunches, but they're offering that just to drive in traffic on their own and capitalize on Mother's Day. So look to the restaurants in your area. Is there anything going on that's specific to Mother's Day brunch events? specific promotions or discounts or specials that are happening at these restaurants that are geared around Mother's Day, and get in on it with them and just kind of set up a little B2B that way and just kind of say, listen, we want to scratch your back. You can scratch ours. Give us some stuff to give away. We'll advertise your Mother's Day brunches in our Enter to Win basket that we're doing with another business partner of ours. You can give us some free vouchers, free appetizer cards or whatever. We'll put up we'll advertise for you in our spa if, you allow us, if you give every receipt to every Mother's Day people, you can staple this to the back of the receipts when you give them the check, or you don't need to staple it. Just put it in with their credit card receipt or something and give these $50 gift certificates out. That's a great way to capitalize on that and get people in the door for May and start planning for May, because we all know that May starts with the slowing of the traffic coming into our doors. So let's be ahead of the game and let's be 5 steps ahead to where we're gearing up to get a busy May in place. A couple of other places are nail salons. What are some of the things that I know I do? Just thinking along the lines of, because I'm Eileen, things I'm going to do with my mom is take her to get to the Ritz. I'm going to take her to get her nails done. We're going to have a mom-daughter day sort of thing together. That's something that you want to consider. A lot of people are going to be driving themselves into these places, so be aware and sort of look to the nail salons in your area to see if you can leave out any gift certificates, or to see if you can leave out any, or see if you can have a promotion in there by exchanging free services to everybody working inside that salon. Also, other luxury and traditional day spas, they aren't our competition. Remember, we are not the boring, run-of-the-mill, regular day spa with the babbling brook music playing. That's not our business model, right? We're more of a daily spa, not a day spa. We're providing an interim solution for those who can't afford to go and drop a couple $100 every single week, or go every single day to get a hands-on massage or facial, right? So because of that, we can actually work with other traditional spas in your area. So keep them in mind as well and offer some type of B2B there. So target those places like that, local boutiques and trinket shops. We have Hallmark gift stores in our malls. I know that that's really what I was thinking of here when I listed this. Local boutiques that are, places where women will shop to get dresses for dinner or dresses for occasions, or basic just shopping in general for apparel. Look to your local boutiques and those Hallmark card stores or trinket shops, or maybe even tying into this, florists. Remember that to poll your members, ask them as they're coming in and out, hey, where do you work? If any of these places tie into that, incentivize them. Always incentivize them and say, listen, I'll pay next month's dues for you if you help me get set up with a B2B with your boss, or give me your boss's number and then help me get in good with them and set something up. Because if you do, there's a whiff in there for you, right? So you want to remember to have those conversations with your members, and maybe put up signs that says, listen, if you're looking to get your dues paid for and you work at a place, that is a restaurant or anything that's having a specific Mother's Day campaigning going on, see your spa consultant for details. Even if they don't specifically, but they know people who do, and they help get that set up, and they act as a liaison to connect the two of you guys, still incentivize them. It's all about who you know, folks. You guys know that that's how it goes. So florists, same idea as Valentine's Day. You can totally take advantage of that. I mean, how many people do you know, especially men, are going to be sending their moms care packages, whether it's doesn't necessarily have to be flowers that they're ordering these days. These days, there's so many different things you could send. Edible arrangements. You can send a cookie bouquet. You could send a wine basket, which is my favorite. I love when my franchisees send me wine baskets as gratitude gifts. That's like my favorite, because I can actually do something with that. But think to those places and set up B2Bs to where for every arrangement that's going on Mother's Day, they receive a $50 gift certificate to your Planet Beach location, or maybe 2 of them for them to bring in with somebody else and utilize, or maybe a week of spa voucher to where they can come in and utilize a week or 1 day. Whatever the case might be, put something in every arrangement going out and offer the florist a place for them to advertise and display their work in your spa. So you're decorating at the same time, and it's on your coffee table, it's in your hallway, it's on your front counter. And then give that florist a month to be able to use the services at your store on you. So take advantage of those opportunities as well. For sales, again, use Mother's Day and Tax Day week opportunities to sell the 20 days for $20 right now and get the cash to prep for the upcoming payroll knocking on the door. If you haven't done so already, it's probably already happened, right? So we either need to replenish what payroll has recently done, or we need to prepare if you have not called in your payroll yet. But it's not too late to do the 20 days for $20 just because we don't have 20 days left in the month. I want to clarify that as well. I had a couple of people ask me that question. The 20 days for $20 is a promotion that we will do up until April 30th. So they can use those 20 days up until the very last day of this month. So it's not too late. And I wanted to make that clarification as well. So still use that to your advantage and be proactive. People are not going to be running into your doors screaming, hey, I heard you guys have this 20. It's not going to be as much as you need anyway. The frequency and velocity of it is not going to be there. You need to make it known. You need to put it out there. You need to tell your members, to tell everybody, incentivize your members. If people come in, look, if I have a member paying me a monthly dues, I can incentivize and use the concept of ambassador with that same exact thing. No, 20 days for $20 is not a new member, so you wouldn't necessarily get a free month. However, I will give you a percentage off if people come in here and say, yes, this person sent me in, I want the 20 days for $20. I'll give you a percent off of your dues next month. And then you know what? If that person buys it back, then forget the percentage off. I'm going to give you that free, that entire month. I'm going to go ahead and pay for it for you. So use that to your advantage as well. That's a little tip for you to be able to get members working for you and use Ambassador in a little bit of a way. Also, it's time to start being proactive here. Go pull the reports that you need to be able to start your buyback outreach on those already in the middle of doing their 20 days for $20. Push for that bigger draft on May 1. This is the goal. That's the purpose. That's why it's important, and that's why this is actually listed here. I'd be doing it right now if I were in the spot, sitting there trying to figure out and game plan for my week. That's one of the things I would have on my list, aside from being vocal to everybody and trying to get them to put that $20 they already spent towards that $20 enrollment. This is something you have to be proactive with. What did you ring them up by? How did you ring up your 20 days for $20 in your system? Pull the report that'll show that and see how many people are on there who are not members yet. And now you have your list to reach out and say, hey, listen, here's how this is going to be successful for you or not. It's important that you know an approach to it, because if you reach out and say, hi, it's Danielle, I'm calling from Planet Beach, and I was calling to offer you the opportunity for us to buy back and blah, 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 blah. The chances of you being really successful with a regular generic pitch that way, it's going to be very slim to none. So make it personable. Remember, we have to keep relationships with people. Relationship sells better than salesmanship. So we need to make outreach that's more like, hey, Miss Mary, you know what? I thought about you because I just found out we can actually start buying back everybody's 20 days that they purchased already. I know you come in here all the time and you use this service, right? Like we just mentioned a few minutes ago when I started the call, using the service usage and the retail usage and how often they're coming in, what they've been enjoying. Use that as ammunition and tie it into saying, I thought of you specifically. That makes them feel, that's a customer experience that's going to make them like you, and people buy from who they like. So make it a personable type of outreach call, but be proactive. Make the call. Be on your A game. And what is the end goal, right? Keep that in the back of your mind. The end goal here is to get them to say, yeah, you know what? I definitely want to do that. Great. Well, let's go ahead and get that reserved right now. I can do that if you want to do it right now with me. I can do that over the phone. That way you don't miss out on this opportunity, and just basically reserve them with that EFT over the phone, but schedule their appointment to come in to be able to use their services, and make sure that they sign their paperwork whenever they come in. But that's the important part about everything. We have 12 days left of April and counting. So it's super important that we are on top of this, spa directors. It's you guys' job and you guys' responsibility to know this. If it's 12 days left, what is my percent to goal and am I on track? So what was discussed in this call? We talked about membership cash opportunities in general with Mother's Day. We talked about buying back to increase our draft for May to show a month-over-month increase with new members and good retention, right? We talked about products. We talked about Indulge on how we can actually get some more Indulge sales. So with all that, where are you at percent to goal? Did you have your mid-month assessment with you and your team? If you did, what revealed to be your weakest area, and what did we talk about today that's going to help you with staying on track? Because those 12 days seems like you got enough time, but guess what? You're going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be May 1, and you're going to be on this next Monday motivation call talking about plugging, your reminders will be plug in your goals and make sure your staff schedules are entered into Spot Intel. So let's not sit back on this and just wait until member appreciation to drive in sales. We need to be on top of it right now. And also to be able to start preparing for May, use Mother's Day. And we're going to do the same thing for Father's Day, because Father's Day is usually in June. We're going to do the same thing in May to prepare for June, because June is, oh my God, I know you guys know how horrific it is to try to get people into the door. It's like twisting arms, right? So we want to look at it like, I got this. I'm going to control this. I'm not just going to wait for people to just come running into my door. So we're going to do the same thing, just FYI. So remember that we're going to take this, convert those 20 people, and we're going to, the 20 days for $20, and we're going to convert them into members, because our number one and our main goal here is to keep that draft and get that draft as high as possible before slower season hits. And we're in July, August, September, where people are trying to cancel, and we're just trying to save them with a freeze. Now we're going to post this recap with all that stuff about the tax week, and today being tax day with hydro massage offer. We're going to post that recap to Orion, like I mentioned earlier. So be on the lookout for this call or this webinar recording so that you can access that information to be a part of that. But keep that in your entire game plan and strategy for the week and for the day, spa directors. Make sure you tell your staff to go into these places and try to not only set up enter to wins for this last day where everybody's filing their taxes like I'll be doing on my lunch break because I waited till the last minute, but also use the tax, the hydro massage offering as well to your advantage with those same exact places. Now let's get out there and own this week. You guys are rock stars. You can totally do this. We have a webinar this Wednesday, FYI. Please go register for that if you have not done so already. You can find the link to register everywhere. Orion, the Facebook group. You probably got an email from your consultant with a list of all, with a schedule for April and the links to register to all of them. This one is going to be a good one to get on, franchisees especially. To get your spa directors on, especially if you have a new one or if you have one that you're trying to just re-energize, get remotivated. But it's basically going to be on how to prioritize everything in your spa. What that means is 9 times out of 10, if you're failing right now or in your eyes you feel like you're failing, the chances are you're worried about the wrong things and you're doing and putting focus on the wrong things. So it's going to actually list out day-to-day activities that you're currently doing. That's a wake-up call. That's not helping you get where you need to be financially with your business, and spa directors and even spa consultants financially for your own personal gain and your own personal benefits, commissions, bonuses, things of that nature. We're actually going to direct you and actually clear up all the misconceptions on what's priority that you're doing day-to-day in that spa that is actually not. So you don't want to miss this webinar. We'll go into detail with it. I'll be hosting it again this week specifically. So be sure that you hop on that or make sure that somebody else is on that call specifically, or the webinar, I'm sorry. Now, go out there, knock them dead. You're all Eagles. Again, you're all rock stars. You can totally do this. If you want any details or if you have any questions about anything we discussed today, email spaperformance@planetbeach.com or email your consultant directly if you know who that is. And as always, don't forget to be awesome. Bye, you guys.